Good morning, fourth graders. Today is Tuesday, October 13th. Here's what we have going on today. For math, you have 3.1 multiplied by 10. So we're starting chapter 3 today. Next, we are going to have reading. You have two reading activities today, the ant and the grasshopper, kind of day 2. We're going to be taking a closer look at the illustrations today. Then you have imagine learning or imagine reading, depending on what you have been assigned. You also have a closed syllable practice. You're going to be watching the lesson on slide 3 today. And for science, we have something very exciting. You're doing the Explore side 7 and 8 and a fossil investigation. Mrs. Labanel and I went around and dropped off everyone's fossil kits at your doors. So make sure you pick that up so you can actually conduct the investigation. And of course, we have our Google Meet with Mrs. Labanel at 10:15. Make sure you have your song sheet, a paper, and a pencil ready to go before 10:50 a.m. Make sure you get logged in on time. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to talk about science because it's extra special this morning. So you're going to be talking about these science slides. So you're going to first start by listening to the directions and clicking here to watch the video. Remember, when you click on here, if you click where the line is blinking, it's not going to show the video link. However, if you wait until your mouse makes that lovely T with arrow shape, if you click on it that way, it will pop up the National Parks video for you to watch. After you're done watching, you're going to answer these two questions. How was a fossil formed in the video, and how does it relate to a real fossil? And then you're going to go ahead and read these directions to create your fossil. So first, you're going to start by putting your sponge in your container and covering with sand. Now, you've already got sand in your container, so you're just going to kind of dig it out a little bit, get your sponge in there, make sure it's all covered. Then you're going to take your salt water and pour it on top of your sponge and your sand. Okay. If for some reason your salt water in the bag didn't work out because we had a couple of them leak, all you have to do is pour a half a cup of warm water into a cup and then add salt and stir it until it all dissolves. The quantity of salt doesn't matter too much. Just try to keep it. You want quite a bit of salt in there, but not too much. Then you're going to pour the salt water over your sand and the sponge. And then you're going to put the sand and the sponge in an area where the water will evaporate quickly. So you have to think about, where would I put something where water would evaporate quickly? Well, in order for water to evaporate, we need sunlight. So put it in a window or outside where it's not going to get knocked over. Next to your plant might be a good idea. I saw quite a few people with their plants on their porches when I was dropping those off. Now, steps 6 and 7, you're probably going to have to wait a couple of days for all the water to evaporate. So you're going to know that the water is evaporated because you're going to touch on the top and it's not going to be soft anymore. It's going to be kind of hard and it's going to be dry. Then you know you're ready to dig out your sponge and to see how it feels and what do you notice about it. Make some observations. After you have waited a couple days, you can come back and do slide 9. So you're not going to be doing slide 9 today because your fossil is not going to be dry enough for you to make these observations. So you're going to go ahead and type your observations here. I would recommend definitely checking on it on Thursday or Friday. It should be dry by then if you put it in a place where the water can evaporate. All right, I know that's a lot of information for science, but I thought it was very important that I went over those slides today. Another reminder, if your assignment is due on Thursday or Friday, I will return it to you if you turn it in early. I do not want your assignments turned in before those days because that means you did not take your time, read the directions, and do the assignments completely. So please make sure that you are not turning in your science slides until Friday. Please do not turn in your closed syllable assignment until Friday because that is when it is due. We can't wait to see you in Google Meet today at 10:50. Our secret word of the day is sponge. So if you type your secret password into the question of the day, You can earn extra dojo points for our prize drawing on Friday. The keyword again is sponge.